Hey guys, and welcome. My name's NG Paradox, and we're here in Crusader Kings 2. And in Crusader Kings 2, we're playing in the kind of vanilla setting, but we are using one mod. We're using CK2+. Now, if you've not heard of CK2+, CK2+ kind of adds lots of new features, lots of different ones. It's kind of hard to explain, but the general idea is they want to keep the theme and the feeling of the vanilla game, but just adding extra things on to expand the experience. So you'll see it as we play along. I've not actually used it before, so I'm interested to see what it adds. It sounds pretty good. I like that it adds lots of nice little things, especially things like fighting and whatnot. But let's jump into what we'll be doing today. Well, I guess not just today, but for the whole series. We're going to be playing in Greece, as you can see. And we're going to be trying to form our own Greece state. That could be a Greece kingdom, it could be, a republic, it could even be Macedon, maybe we'll call it, or Macedon, as I know a lot of people tell me I'm meant to call it. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting ride. We'll make a Greece for the Greeks, by the Greeks. No Byzantine Empire or any of this silliness. Now for this situation, for this series, we were playing in a different scenario than I normally would play in. Normally, I'd play in something like in the very first scenario brought in by Charlemagne, or even 1066. But we're going to be playing in the Latin Empire scenario in 1204. The reason I'm choosing this is because any time before this, the Byzantine Empire basically controls most of this area, and they're pretty strong. And like in the very first scenarios, I don't normally get to see the Byzantine Empire collapse, fall into independent states, and I just don't enjoy playing in it as much. So when I was looking through scenarios to play in, this is the first one where the Byzantine Empire's fallen behind, lost a lot of its land and control. But it looked like an interesting scenario for the idea. The idea is that the Byzantine Empire's fallen apart, the Latin Empire's risen up, controlled by foreigners coming to our lands, and the Greek people have this opportunity to take back what's theirs, create an old kingdom based upon maybe the old ideas. The Byzantine Empire is based upon kind of the child of the Roman Empire in a way, or the sibling. It's basically the remnant of what was the Roman Empire. That's not Greek, that's Italian. We want to get the shackles off us, throw away these, shall we say, foreigners who've come to our lands, and create a new Greece country. But yeah, so that's the idea for the series. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to go from rags to riches. We're playing as a count, which I always think is a great way to play, as I always love starting from the bottom to the top. After we create our kingdom, not sure what we plan to do. We can kind of go with whatever we've got to, see what our characters and whatnot. If you have any ideas what you'd like to see the series go into, tell me in the comment section. But maybe we could recreate Alexander the Great's empire. Now obviously for this means it's important to find out who we are. If you're new to my channel, new to the series that I do in Crusader Kings 2, any of the games I play, normally when I play this game, I like to immerse myself into the games that I play, and in Crusader Kings 2 in particular, I kind of like to roleplay. So it means that our traits are very important. So what I mean by that is that I kind of roleplay how we gain power and meet our goals based upon our traits. So for example, obviously I'm still playing the game, so I still want to win, I still want to gain power and get our goals. But, for example, if I'm an honourable man, I'm obviously not going to assassinate people. An honourable man would not assassinate someone. Or, for example, a wrath man maybe is going to be more angry at his vassals who betray him. Those are just a couple of examples. So for our man, we're going to be playing as Count Konstantinos Melisenos. I do apologize for my pronunciation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apologize for the whole series from this point on, otherwise I'm going to have to keep apologizing throughout the series. I'll just apologize right now. I sincerely apologize for any mispronunciation, if it be geographical or just with cultural names. I'm going to be terrible at that type of thing, so I do apologize. But this is who we are. The reason I've chosen this guy is mainly I just like the sigil. I just liked his family dynasty name and little shield here. So that's why I chose them. So we're playing as him. He is greedy, he's just, and he's honest. So he likes to have a lot of money, but he is a just man when it comes to rulership, and he tells the truth. We have one son. His name is Nikolaos, and he is erudite, slothful, and arbitrary. So neither of them's really a great man in their own way at all, which is a shame, but that's what we've got to deal with. We actually are down here. So we start down here as a count. We're underneath the Latin Empire. Now, if you don't know this scenario, this time period very well, this is set just after, I guess, the Fourth Crusade. The Fourth Crusade was, how should I put this? A shit show. That's probably the best way to put it. The Fourth Crusade, absolute disaster. In the end, it just led to Constantinople being ransacked. And it's a pretty horrendous period of time for Constantinople. So much, shall we say, I guess a lot of libraries are born. So much stuff was lost or taken from Constantinople. It was not a good time. And it led to the Byzantine Empire obviously losing more power. And the Latin Empire rising up, led by this man, Baudouin van Vlaanderen. Now, he obviously does not look very Greek. He is actually French. Or, I'm going to assume, based upon the name, he's probably from Flanders. Yeah, okay, yes, he's definitely from Flanders. I always recognize that name. It's definitely a Dutch name. But yeah, so this guy from the Dutch, or he considers himself French. He controls the Latin Empire. How can this man be here? These are our lands. These are our people. We also obviously have the Byzantine Emperor. He considers himself a Greek, but to us we see him as a remnant of the old Roman Empire in a way. We're going to create our own one. So we have him there. They're probably going to butt heads, I would expect. I don't think they're going to like each other very much, you know, especially with him controlling Constantinople. So that's probably going to be a big part of the series at the beginning. For us, though, we're just a little count in the Latin Empire. What do we have to deal with? I like to set up the scenario, go look at the people around us, let you guys get to know the characters. I like to immerse myself, like have a story, a journey for our characters. So what is around us? We have here, our neighbor is a Greek, so we probably want to become friends with him. I almost chose him. It was actually between these two, funnily enough, just because I liked both their sigils. So we probably want to become friends with him. Our liege lord is Duke Othon de la Roche. So obviously he is French as well. These French are everywhere, coming in our lands and taking over. Obviously this shows that we want to try and get rid of him, try and push him out, gain independence from the Latin Empire. Probably be quite difficult to begin with. It might take a while to get away from the Latin Empire. But I think it could be kind of fun to throw away the shackles. North of us we have Count Alexios and Golos. Now, he is also Greek as well, so we probably want to become friends of him. Is that the same one? Yeah, okay, so he controls two places. His liege lord is King Bonifacio Alamici. Alamici? Again. Oh, I feel so bad for you guys having to listen. Your ears must be bleeding right now. But yeah, so he's actually a Lombard controlling this kingdom. Underneath, obviously, the Latin Empire. More Frenchmen, it would seem. Or Lombards. Yeah. So no other Greeks. Only us three are the only Greeks in the Latin Empire. Surrounding this nation, though, we also have Naxos. Controlled by a Greek. Might be good to get close to him. We also have Epirus. Despot Mikhail. He is actually a bastard of his father. But he has created himself a despot. So, you know, he's done good for himself. You know, bastard's done quite well. Underneath us, we have Akia. Again, I don't want to apologize every time, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I sincerely apologize for everything in the future. We'll put those as special characters of interest for now. They're the ones around us. And let's see what we need to do. Designated regent. Let's just make my son it, because his age is fine. Court educator. Who looks the smart? This guy looks pretty smart. We'll make him our court educator. Okay, character focus. Now, because obviously we want to try and plan against our liege lord, actually, I have a strong claim on the Duchy of Athens. Well, that's a good start. Perfect. That was actually going to be my first thing to do would have been to kick him out. So actually, that's perfect. I'm very happy. That makes my time a lot more simple. We could do some intrigue against him, but I think as we're honest, that maybe will be a bit difficult for our man. It's not the way he goes about things. He is just, though. He likes a bit of money. Maybe go let's go the business way. He likes money. He wants to build up money to get himself more power. And it's kind of almost, you know, I was going to go rulership or business. So let's go for business. He's going to be a business type for it now. Pick an ambition. A lot more ambitions here, I guess thanks to the CK2 Plus mod. What he really wants is to gain a duchy. That's definitely what he wants. Unlanded son, we both need to get married. And of course our court. Now this is the people who will be supporting us through our campaigns. We need to know them, love them, maybe hate them as time goes by. You guys hopefully will learn to as well. Now, we're missing this guy. Is there anyone that can go down there? This guy's actually better at that. Okay, let's move you. Change council position. Court chaplain. There we go. Can have a marshal then. This guy is better. There we go. That's perfect. Now they're all above 10. I like that. Again, if you're new to my series as well, like I say, because I like to immerse myself, kind of roleplay, I try not to do too much gamey things. So, for example, I don't go and search character and just go search throughout the whole realms looking for the best courtiers and just inviting them all to my court. I kind of try and use what we have. So we have to use the courtiers that we have, unless we run out, obviously. If we find we run out of people, then I obviously have to go and find people, but I use the intrigue menu, or people that we've met, maybe. If we do meet someone who's really good, I might invite him, but unless it's something like that, I don't tend to do that. I also will marry off our courtiers. So, for example, him, he's one of my courtiers. I want his family to help us for generations. So we need to get him a marriage. That's the only girl we have. Okay. Now, these guys have land. This guy does not, so we need to get him a girl, so we need a new debutante. Excellent. She's okay. She'll make do for now. You can marry her. There we go. So they both got marriages and their families can serve us for generations. Liking that. Do we have anything else? Nope. Everything else looks good. Okay, then we need to look for marriages then. Like I said, we've got people in the Latin Empire. We need the Greeks of this empire to support us. There are many French and Lombardies and people from more Western Europe. We gotta support each other. So let's go for this guy. He does have a daughter, but that's probably his heir. Ooh, no. Ah. So the daughter cannot inherit, so he might accept a marriage. Yes, perfect. Is that the same as my titles? Are they also the same? Agnatic primogeniture. Okay, so girls cannot inherit. That's something I'm going to have to keep in mind. Hereditary absolute county. Okay. Aristocratic empire. So then we need one more then for me. So the guy north of me might be perfect for now. His daughter is married actually to the Byzantine Emperor. That's a good marriage for them. She's already married. They do. He does have a sister. She's 45, so she's not going to have kids. She's got good intrigue, though, as well. Could be quite good for our guy, because his intrigue's not great. But then again, he hasn't really got anything that's great. But, you know, he might need someone who's a bit better at intrigue, because he's a bit too honest. But the thing is, though, if I marry her, obviously we can get the alliance with them, but we can't have kids. But we already have a son. He's the heir. I could just put all our eggs into him. But if he dies with no kids, we're in trouble. You know what? I'm going to take the risk. I've been in much worse situations. I feel like if he has a lot of kids, though, it could just cause problems, possibly. So let's try and just get allies first. Arrange a marriage. No! Well, there we go. He's made a decision for me. I guess we can't marry him. How about someone outside the Latin Empire, then? Epirus. No one we can marry there. Obviously, this guy's French. We want to keep them out. Naxos. He has no females. I guess there's no one for me to marry, then. Around us. That was a quick look. This guy's a lot of land, but I think that's in France. I like having nice borders, so we will stay away from that. Hungarian. Danish. Catalan. Swedish. Yeah, none of these really are what we want. Let's have a quick look a bit further around us. We could try marrying into Bulgaria or Serbia. Or just the Byzantine Emperor. But that could get us in trouble, seeing as we're underneath the Latin Empire. Obviously, there's another. You know, obviously, in this time period, there's a lot of other things going on. You've got, obviously, the Turks over here. Obviously, you've got King John of England. Not a great king, it has to be said. He does not have a great legacy. He's known as pretty much probably the worst English king ever. It's funny, though, his brother, Richard the Lionheart, isn't really a good king, but he has a quite a good popular history legacy. If you ask most people just in the public in England, a lot of them go, oh yeah, Lionheart, he was a great warrior, wasn't he? Yeah, he was a good king. I think the story of Robin Hood kind of helped that, especially the Disney movie made him look like, he was so great. But actually, and historically, he didn't seem to be that great. Let's go for Serbia. They're Orthodox, I guess, so he has a daughter and a sister. Bulgaria has 2 daughters. Well, there's a few choices. They're quite young. What we'll do, we'll leave my marriage then for now. My son will get married first, and we need to figure out what we're going to do with our title and what's our plan. We'll get the marriages, hopefully get some allies. I guess there's only this one, actually. But we must get rid of him. Now, he has 900 men. I have 1,800 men. Ooh. Now, we are the steward of Athens, so I don't think I can create a faction, no. We're going to have to get out of his council. Resign from the council. And create a faction. Here we go. We're going to try and push our claim for Athens. I think we should really go for that as soon as possible. Obviously, being, under a French ruler, it'd be good for us to get the Greeks standing up as quickly as possible. And obviously, he could get more power, possibly, or more men, or more money. This is probably our best opportunity right at the beginning, just to get rid of him. And welcome to Plus. Thank you. He wants us to be a commander. No. We are not fond of you. My guy's honest. He's going to tell you to your face. He doesn't like you. He doesn't like you guys have come in, taken our lands, My father was the Duke of Athens. I should be the Duke of Athens as well. It is my birthright, and the Greek people's right to have their own independence and self-determination. My marshal discovered a man of great military talent called Crusader, who's willing to serve in my ranks. Well, that's good. Excellent. Actually, don't we need to recruit a court physician? That's what I was thinking. Recruit a court physician. If we go to known plots, auto-stop. These are things I always should do at the very beginning of a campaign. I don't think our guy would join any societies. I don't think that's just something that he does. Maybe he's greedy. He might try to make, gold, possibly. He wants me to be Chancellor? No, I'm fine. You've sent messengers and scouts out in all directions to scour the realm for skilled physicians that be willing to take up residence in your court. Word should reach you shortly if they manage to find a suitable candidate. Hopefully they will not bring back a quacksalver. I've not really heard that term before. Quacksalver. I guess like it's quack? Not a quack, I'm assuming. Yeah. I've decided to accept your betrothal. And we'll form an alliance. Very nice. Now, he is the marshal to Athens. So I don't know if he'll join our faction, because I don't think he can. But we could just push the war right now. Okay, yeah, see, he's getting more men as time goes by. I should really get my council to do things. Improve relations with this guy, because this guy wouldn't accept a marriage. So improve relations with him. Train troops. Collect taxes. You make sure no one's trying to kill me. And do we need to convert people? No, looks like the Orthodox faith is still quite strong down here in our lands. Ooh, what was that one? Ah, Apostolic. A little bit down here. Yazidi. Okay, there's a little bit of different faiths over here still at this time period. I say, because we're playing a later time period, I wasn't sure if they'd be completely gone. You just hunt for apostates then. That'll be done. Now, we probably could just call in a war straight away. Call to arms. So that's different. That's definitely something part of the mod, I assume. You may now take the make ultimatum to Liege decision within the next 60 days. Duke Othon, invite all vassals not part of your faction to join the coming civil war. Note, if they accept, they will join your faction over the coming days. Give them time to do so before sending the ultimatum. Ooh, does this mean he can invite them? But then again it says that you have to activate it and it will bring them in. Huh. I'm going to set it off because I think we can win anyway. I think we should do it as soon as possible. So now we can demand installation of claimant. It said you can get people to join you. Ah, ask for support pretender. Now, I'm assuming this is definitely part of the mod. I do not remember this in vanilla. Meet with Count Theodoros and attempt to gain their support for Count Konstantinos. You support the claimant for the Duchy of Athens. Ask him to support the claimant. Okay, we'll do that. You arrange an audience with Count Theodoros of Hellas, hoping to convince him of your rightful claim to the Duchy of Athens. With any luck, he will be open to your arguments. Let's hope this goes well. So 58%, he's improved. Meeting with him produces no results or goes poorly. Okay, let's hope this goes well. Let's see how this works. And... okay. So, the Emperor of the Latin Empire has declared a Latin war for Theme. Okay, so he's declared war for quite a few places against the Byzantine Empire. Oh, wow, okay, we've got a few things going on. Yeah, so we've got the Latin Empire attacking the Byzantine Empire. The Byzantine Empire has 14,000 men. The Latin Empire has 21,000 men. And 10,000 event-spawned troops. So we can see here, the French want to increase their power over the area. Gives us more reason to try and break free and help our people. On to Naxos. Didn't that change colour? Oh. Okay, so Naxos has actually become a vassal of the Byzantine Empire. Ooh. That's interesting. Okay. Crusade for Jerusalem. His Holiness, Pope Innocentius III, has been swayed by the cries for help from the Christian population in the Kingdom of Jerusalem. He urges all able-bodied men of Europe to take up arms against the evil Sultan of Egypt in order to secure Jerusalem from the clutches of the infidels. God will grant the pilgrims remission of sins in heaven. That's no concern of ours. Yeah, we're Orthodox. We don't care for this type of thing. But Jerusalem exists. So is it because they don't have the de jure? Ah, there we go. Okay, so they want to get the whole de jure Jerusalem. How many men does the Egypt Sultan have? 50,000 men. Oh, wow. Okay, that's going to be difficult. They're going to have to bring a lot of people from Europe. I wonder who will join. Will anyone bother after the disappointment in the 4th Crusade? Is the 5th Crusade going to be any better? Guess we'll have to wait and see. So far, no one's joined, but it's just started. So I have to wait, obviously, for us to have a conversation, I'm guessing. Okay. A new realm. Count Timutash of Alexios decided to abandon nomadic life. Okay, so he's just become a count. Good for him, interesting. Your scouts inform you of a most skilled physician reside in a nearby village, even though he lacks any formal schooling and supposedly is a raging alcoholic. The villagers swear that he has been able to cure any ailment afflicting them. This Mephidos could easily be persuaded to take up residence in your court. He is a drunkard though, but 23 learning. We're willing to take the risk. Yeah, we need a physician after all. So there we go, we now have a court physician. After listening to your arguments for some time, and with a great deal of discussion, you walk away feeling that Count Theodoros is now much more inclined to favour your claim. Whether that will result in him joining your faction remains to be seen. Ah, interesting, okay. So he might not join, but he might. His opinion goes up. It said to wait a few days, if I remember correctly. They're now in the court faction. That's not my faction. Maybe because he's on the council he can't join a faction. That would make sense to me. How many days do I have? It doesn't say how long I have. To wait. It said to wait a bit. But we've got so many more men it looks like. Look at that, 276%. It's probably best just to go in now. Yeah, otherwise it'll go down more. Okay, yeah, he's getting more men all the time. I'm going to demand installation of me as the true Duke of Athens. You must lay down your sword, sir. Go back to France. But no, he could not accept. Your shameful attempt at blackmail has not succeeded. No matter how many corrupted souls you entice to help you carry out your plan, I will not give in without a fight. I'd rather die defending what is rightfully mine. Rightfully yours, sir? How dare you? Your name is De La Roche. What makes you think you should be here in Athens? Then war it is. Constantinos fulfilled the ambition to gain a duchy. Well, I mean, I guess the revolt is a... I guess it counts the revolt as a duchy title. But yeah, let's see what we go for now then. Become a Grand Duke with a second ducal title. Pretty cool. Piece aside of our domain. Become independent. I see. Maybe become independent would be next, yeah. We'll put that for now. Yeah, we'll put that, okay. He would like to get independent if he can get the dukedom, that is. Do we need any new commanders? We do need some more commanders. 2 more. This guy, we don't really have much choice, and not many good ones, it would seem. Raise the men. 1,900 men are ready to fight for the Greek people. We couldn't get our allies to come in, but once we take over, hopefully we have good relations still with him. That way he'll do what we tell him. But there we go. We're going to end this part, like I say, because this obviously was a long introduction to the series, but I'm hoping it gives you kind of a flavour and a feeling for what to expect and the people around us and the situation we're in, with a quick scale back to the rest of the world. As you can see, look at that Morocco. That is a big Morocco. You can see what we're dealing with. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we can try and create a Greek state. But with the Latin Empire here, it's going to be difficult. Hopefully, maybe we'll have to ally with the Byzantians. Maybe we'll have to go under them. We'll wait and see what happens, but I'd prefer not to. I'll see you guys for the rest of the journey. I've been NG Paradox. Bye-bye.